Call Halam Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Kakadash. And so it says right here. Now, let's get right into this lesson. I was talking to this girl, and this girl said that she she sees no point of men. The reason why I'm calling her a girl, not a woman, is exactly the reason why we brethren don't want to deal with these women in the West. Is because these girls today, or these women today, don't act like women. For woman means uh like a servant to a man, right? Woman also means to come from a man, right? But these girls want to act like they're a separate entity, that they didn't come from a man, that it's only because of them that a man is here, even though Yahweh made the man before the woman. But anyways, let's go into this. First says, the virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms, the woman shall mourn having no husbands, their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. Right, so what happens is a lot of men are just going to be dying in the war, right? And right here it says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice, right? So many men are going to die off that at this point it seems like society has broken down, right? So thing is, these women, they'll be like, oh, we don't need men, or this or that. Well, let's see. I think it's Isaiah. I think it's 13:12. As according to Isaiah chapter 13 verse 12, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Right. So there's like man's gonna be more precious than a fine gold, right? And men in general are gonna be rare. So the value of men is just gonna skyrocket in general, but the value of the Israelite man will skyrocket to new heights, right? So a woman that says, "Oh, I don't need no man" and all that stuff, well, in that day, right, where society has broken down, and all that stuff, how about that girl who said she didn't need no man, or she says she could do everything else? How about you go and fight the wolves, right? How about you go and fight the bears, right? How about you go and build your shelters, right? How about she go defend herself against other uh things, right? Because in that day it's going to be aberrations, demons, and stuff like that, and the covering of a woman is a man. As much as you girls don't want to admit it, the man is the head of the woman, right? Um, but back to what I was saying, right? How about a girl, right? How about she go stop her period, right? But she can't do that. You know, a woman's menstrual cycle is natural, right? So it doesn't need to be stopped. But the thing is, women act like men didn't make tampons or pads for them. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, once this stuff goes down and their basic services start going down, they're gonna and social media starts going down, because social media has messed up a lot of them, like Tinder, Bumble, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, OnlyFans, you name it. Oh, and TikTok. Alright, these girls eat that TikTok. But guess what? And all that stuff is down. Alright? And that dogma, that foolish dogma isn't come around you, then we'll see. As a matter of fact, then the branch of the Lord shall be beautiful in that day. Because evil E, you know, has it to where we can't really do anything to y'all woman, you know? And it's sad that we can't, but it's okay. Anyway, it says in Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right. And next verse. And Isaiah chapter 4 verse 2. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. Right on. So as you see, it says in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. Now 7 women, 7, the number 7 just means completion. But in that day it says 7 women shall take hold of one man, right? So as you see, these women are going to be, these women ain't going to say they don't need a man no more in that time. They're going to realize, snap, what these girls were saying were very stupid, alright? Because in this point, you know, the Lord will humble these women, you know, right before our eyes. So at that point, these women, the Lord Himself is going to have to do it. You know what I mean, brethren? At this point, brethren, we can make all the podcasts in the world. You know, the podcasts are good to warn us from these wicked women. You know, especially these American women. But we can make all the podcasts in the world or the red pill videos in the world. But and they help, right? But the thing is, if a woman's not willing to listen, she won't listen. We could tell her what a man likes in a woman and dislikes, right? As you see women go up on a Fresh and Fit podcast on the usual, you see a lot of girls, not women, girls going to Fresh and Fit podcast. And guess what, brethren? Akim, we could tell them the whole thing, and these women will still not change. These girls will still not get it. These girls will still cling on to their hoish, adulterous ways. So at this point, the Lord is going to have to really humble these women down, right? And then in that day it says 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by the name to take away our reproach. Right. So these girls that are buying into this doctrine of TikTok, Instagram, social media like Snapchat, and just getting the attention from it and hoeing around, well, guess what? That's going to be a reproach to them, right? And they're going to want their reproach to be taken away, you know? And how do you be called by the name of a man? Well, sexual intercourse, you know? Verse says, and Isaac lay with Rebekah. Alright, it says right here. Genesis chapter 24 verse 67, and Isaac brought her into his mother's Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. Wow. So how did Rebekah become the wife of Isaac? I'll tell you. Isaac brought Rebekah her into his mother Sarah's tent, right? And took Rebekah. What does that mean when he said he took Rebekah? It means he slept with her. He had sex with Rebekah. And then after he took Rebekah, after he had sex with Rebekah, she became his wife. Right? So it was after he had sex with her, then she was called by his name. Then she became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Right. So you know, Genesis chapter 24, verse 6-7, Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah. She became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. So any woman that says, Oh, the scriptures don't say that you need it. That that we need to have sex with you in order to be called by the name. It says it right here. All right, and it also says in the law too. All right, but that was all I wanted to say. Akim, I hope this lesson was very edifying. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Shabbat Shalom, and thank you to the elders and apostles and brethren who have teaching me this truth. Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Shalom.